I got asked a great question. Was Natalie Cole's Unforgettable, which was a Grammy winning duet with her father, was that AI, pre AI? That's a great question. You could make the case the video and putting her in sync with her father to sing that duet, you could make the case. I don't think that people were frowning upon it because the vocal performance was so good and that it was connected to the project. I think the problem when you do an AI is when people be putting faces on places to make a duet and make songs and they don't seem like they connect or they seem like unlikely. But to do this one, it worked. And was it a pre AI? I think it was. I think it was. I think it was. I think it was um, part of what they've been sitting on with a lot of the technology. And you got to remember something. This came out, what now, 35 years ago? Because I remember that Unforgettable record. I remember that album when she did those standards and then she had her daddy on Unforgettable at the end and then the Grammys and all that. And some people say Illuminati. Some people say that what people are into. You can say that. But it worked, but it didn't come across cryptic though. It wasn't like when Celine Dion did that duet with Elvis Presley, where that was cryptic, or the hologram of Tupac, or even that Michael Jackson "Slave to the Rhythm" thing in Vegas. You know, there's a difference between getting somebody that's there, or when Justin Timberlake had Prince all draped behind him when he did the halftime show in Minneapolis. You know, there's a difference. So these sort of things can kind of linger with you, play with you, stay in your mind. You know, they have a way of kind of like formulating and, taking apart. But it worked. It worked. I didn't get a lot of outrage about it. I thought most people were pretty cool with it. David Foster produced the track. It was fully orchestrated. It was had elegance, had style, had grace, had dignity to it, and it was professionally done. And it was father and daughter. So I don't think a lot. I don't think it didn't come across as sinister. I don't feel. But this was it definitely was a precursor to that. It definitely put a foot in that direction. Definitely was something that you know, foreseeable future that became something that, merit that. So that's how I look at it. You know, I look at it like that. I look at it like it was creative and it had a purpose and a place and a reason. But you know, I didn't look at it like a knock. I thought it had its place. You know, I thought definitely had a place to it. So, it's just one of those things where you can look at it in different intervals, and then you can kind of like, you know, uh, how it go, what it do. You know, it's just one of those things that you know. It all depends on the individual and what your ends and results are, but anyway, that's kind of like how I look at it. I thought it was creative at the time. I didn't look at it as any harm. But yeah, Natalie Cole, Nat King Cole, Unforgettable Duet. It was at a precursor to AI. And it did it work. And I think most people liked it. But it's interesting how the technology, a lot of stuff was being tampered with back then with computers. Stuff's been around a lot longer than you think. They just picked their times to put it out. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.